It's not a race, as long as you get where you're going.
Hey guys, Clare Cunningham here. Just a quick behind the song for I Swear, which is my brand new single, releasing April 29th, 2022. 2 years after it was written, actually. Wanted to do a little behind the song on this one. Out of everything I've ever written or released, I think this is the up there, if not the top song that I think every pair of ears that's going to listen to it is going to take something from it, or at least I hope so. My mental health awareness journey is growing, and I love growing with you guys and giving you songs that hopefully you can take away and realize that through the bad times, the struggles, the pains and everything that life throws at us, as cliche as I always say it is, there is really a light at the end of the tunnel. I Swear is an inspirational song for people going through, either going through, have gone through, will go through something hard in life. And let's be honest, I don't think anybody escapes any adversity in life. But I think there's a beauty behind that. You might not see it in the moment, and it's hard to sometimes think positively when you're in a negative frame of mind, or when there's something bad happening, because you're in your feelings at that moment in time. But we've all been through things and come out the other side. And so with every adversity that you're given, you know that you can do it. It's just sometimes hard to see it, and sometimes it takes the words of somebody else, or just that little bit of advice, or just that hope, that you know you're not ever alone in the world, in your thinking or your behaving or your acting. I always say I've been grateful for all the BS and the strifes and the pain, because it has given me this outlet that I'm gifted with, to be able to kind of overcome that and then write about it. The day I wrote I Swear, it's a special day. I'm not gonna forget it in a hurry. It was 1 month into the first lockdown during the pandemic, so it was April 2020, and I was just lying on my bed, and as a person who's very extrovert and I'm around people a lot and I love people, I do love being on my own too, and just having that like peace at times. But like, it was 4 weeks of that, and with no family, no friends, and no idea whether my career was, like, everything got cancelled for the entire year. And being in America as a songwriter, singer, recorder, I was like, am I even going to be able to stay, you know, etc. So everything just was a little like uncertain, and there was a bit of fear, I guess, and my emotions just started pouring out of me, and I remember just this voice saying, like, grab your pen and paper. And I always know when it's pen and paper, it's God. it's coming from a higher source that I'll never be able to fully explain that to you guys, so you'll just have to bear with me when I say that, like, the words that came out on the paper, just, yeah, it was a vessel. And I wrote so fast, I remember my hand was like sore. And then I took myself up to my piano and I sat down, and the song that you literally hear today is untouched. I probably got it out in about 10 to 12 minutes. And I just want to say this in all sincerity, it's God's gift from me to you, whoever you are, and whatever you take from this song, that's from a vessel that poured out of me that day. And I just so hope it touches or gives, I know already, due to playing it live, and some people have heard it and have said it's like completely changed their life, or it helped them through really bad times. There's been a few of those people, and I just, like, I'm so grateful that like anything I do or say could even touch anybody. You know, I don't see it from the outside, so when people confirm that, that's magic in my eyes, like, and I'm so grateful and blessed. And because the whole world was hurting at such a crazy time, it's still a crazy time, but I think, you know, just not knowing if things are ever going to get better. I think everybody now has felt that, like, no matter where you come from, what your culture is, your background, your gender, your age, your lifestyle, like every single last person felt something, especially during those first few months, I think. So mental health awareness, of course, should be, and I'm praying that it's on the rise, that all I really truly want to do is just normalize these conversations around depression and anxiety, suicide, addiction, and I thought we were getting to a level where it is starting to become normal. I do believe this, but we have such a long way to go, just from the conversations I have with people on a daily basis. I realize that, wow, we still are not where we need to be. So with music, of course, being impeccable with your word is important, and I just, the journey I'm on now is a brilliant, gorgeous gift that I'll keep giving as long as I keep getting it. And I really do hope, for the sake of anybody who's watching, a family member or who themselves is going through a hard time, that just know that there's always help out there, first and foremost, but that don't be ashamed to talk about it, because the more we open up about these things and the more we normalize these conversations, the less need there will be to hide behind these stigmas, or feel like you have to hide. It's so sad in a society that's built on this idea of perfectionism, ideas that like everything's okay on the outside, but like you're dying on the inside. Like there's no point in living a life that's living a lie. And remember, I heard this not so long ago, that today's rain is tomorrow's bloom. You know, we need the adversities to see the good times. And I think being grateful for these hardships is, like I said, it's not an easy thing to do, but I think it's a beautiful thing when you can see that you're stronger than you think. And my opening line of the song is, it's not a race as long as you get there. And it's true, like you can't expect to run a marathon, some people do, but without putting in the training or without building yourself up to it. And so you don't have to solve or be okay overnight. Like, it's a work in progress. I know this myself. And I promise you, none of my songs or nothing that I say is coming from ever a condescending kind of place, like, you'll be okay. I've experienced it all myself. And here's another thing as well. A lot of people like to compare their struggles with other people. I highly suggest you don't do that as best you can, because the worst thing that you're going through or have gone through is the worst thing that has happened to you. And so we don't know how other people feel. So we should always be careful to never belittle somebody's issues or say, oh, that's not as big as this, or that's not, you know, comparison shouldn't have a place when it comes to mental health awareness or issues with people's lives. I think we should give grace and mercy where needed. Lend a helping hand wherever you can. You don't know when you're going to need it. And just spread love. You know, if we could all just spread more love instead of hate, and you know, we're in, like I said, we're in a hurting world. So thank you to everybody who, you know, tells me your music is helping or you're doing a good thing. I'm just going with what I feel and what I know, and I've stopped over analyzing things. If I get a gift from above, a message of any sort, and it goes on paper, I typically leave it as is. So the day it gets written, you know, there's tweaks here and there. But I Swear is one of those songs that just, day of, 8 to 12 minutes, and boom. And it's those kind of songs that I think are so prevalent in the making and in the giving. And I just hope wherever you are in the world, if you take anything from it, I hope it just gives you some little bit of hope and inspiration. And just, like I said, there is help out there. Always talk to those around you that you love. If you don't have anybody, you feel really alone, just know this: you're definitely not alone. There is a beautiful spirit inside of you that you can tap into at any hour of any day. I never realised that myself until a couple of years ago. Still a daily practice I do, but it's confirmation that, like, we're all here with a purpose. Every single one of us has a gift and a purpose in this life. Nobody is better than anybody. We are all human on this earth, and hopefully we can just make a little bit of a difference. That's all I want to do and all I plan to do. And you know, you guys are the reason why I continue to do what I do. You know, I don't do this for me as much as I do for the better of humanity, I guess. I love what I do. I am so blessed and so grateful. And I think I Swear is one of them songs that I hope will change my life and your life. And I wanted to thank the Josie Music Awards also for awarding it last year, an award for an unreleased song, to at that point have just, you know, recorded it quickly on my phone and send it in, and for it to win an award, I knew then, oh, maybe there is really something special here. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this one. And I am always excited about all my songs, because they're my babies, you know. I always say I don't have children, but I do have songs, and I watch them grow, and I watch them go out in the world, and it's no longer my story. It's whoever, you know, is listening to it. That's yours now. So yeah, let me know if it touches your life, and if I can do anything, then I will. But I hope this song really speaks to you. And speaking of speaking, I'm going to stop because I talk a lot. I can talk for hours. No, but seriously, thank you all so much. And thank you to the man above, because he gives me everything I need. He really does. So with that, I'm gonna give you love, and I want to bless you all with a good heart and good fortune and a good life, and if you're in a bad place right now, just know it's temporary. Pain is temporary. Not to ever belittle it. It's real when you're going through it, but you will get through this, and I know you will. And maybe this is for your future endeavors too, that you can lean on this song if ever you feel the need to. All right, so love you all. Peace, love, gratitude. Mwah.